Hey everyone, it's Matthew. As a vet and a massive animal lover, I spend my life dedicated to keeping our furry friends healthy and happy. Today, I want to talk about something incredibly important for all you cat owners out there. Our homes are filled with things we enjoy every day, including a wide variety of foods. But what's a harmless snack for us can be a serious threat to our feline companions. We often think we're treating them by sharing a little bite of our meal. But the truth is, you might be feeding your cat something dangerous without even knowing it. The kitchen can be a minefield of potential toxins for cats, and a simple mistake could lead to a serious health emergency. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 40 common household foods that are toxic or harmful to cats. Watch till the end. This knowledge can save a life. Let's get started and make sure our homes are the safe havens our cats deserve. Let's start with chocolate, one of the most well-known dangers for cats. Chocolate contains two compounds, theobromine and caffeine, both of which cats cannot metabolize effectively. Even a tiny amount, such as a piece dropped on the floor, can cause serious health issues. Symptoms of chocolate poisoning include vomiting, diarrhea, rapid breathing, muscle tremors, seizures, and even heart arrhythmias. Dark chocolate and baking chocolate are especially dangerous because they contain higher concentrations of these toxins. I once treated a cat who licked a chocolate cake. Within hours, she was trembling and had a rapid heartbeat. If you suspect your cat has eaten chocolate, call your veterinarian or a pet poison hotline immediately. Prevention is key. Always store chocolate and chocolate-containing foods in sealed containers, and never leave them unattended on counters or tables. Next, let's talk about onions. Onions, whether raw, cooked, powdered, or even found in leftovers, are extremely toxic to cats. The culprit is a group of compounds called thiosulfates, which can break down a cat's red blood cells and lead to a dangerous condition called hemolytic anemia. Symptoms may include weakness, pale gums, rapid breathing, and loss of appetite. I remember a case where a cat ate a small amount of onion powder from spilled soup and became lethargic within a day. If you notice these symptoms or suspect onion ingestion, seek veterinary care right away. To prevent accidental exposure, avoid feeding your cat table scraps, and always check ingredient labels for onion or onion powder. Garlic is even more toxic than onions for our feline friends. Just a small amount, sometimes hidden in sauces, broths, or seasonings, can cause severe gastrointestinal upset and damage red blood cells, leading to anemia. Symptoms include vomiting, abdominal pain, drooling, and weakness. I once saw a cat who licked a plate with garlic sauce and developed pale gums and lethargy within hours. If you think your cat has eaten garlic, contact your vet immediately. Prevention tip: keep all garlic-containing foods out of reach, and never let your cat lick plates or pans after cooking. Grapes and raisins are a mystery toxin for cats. We still don't know exactly what makes them so dangerous, but even a single grape or a few raisins can cause sudden kidney failure. Symptoms to watch for include vomiting, lethargy, loss of appetite, and increased thirst or urination. I once treated a cat who ate a handful of raisins and developed kidney failure within 24 hours. If your cat eats grapes or raisins, don't wait. Call your vet or a pet poison hotline immediately. Prevention: never let your cat play with grapes or raisins and keep them stored securely. Alcohol is extremely dangerous for cats even in tiny amounts. It can be found in drinks, desserts, and even some sauces. Alcohol affects a cat's liver and brain just like it does in humans, but it takes far less to cause harm. Symptoms include staggering, drooling, vomiting, difficulty breathing, and in severe cases, coma or death. I once saw a cat who licked a spilled cocktail and became disoriented and weak within an hour. If your cat is exposed to alcohol, seek emergency veterinary care immediately. Always clean up spills right away and never offer alcohol to pets. Caffeine is found in coffee, tea, soda, and energy drinks, as well as in some medications and supplements. Cats are extremely sensitive to caffeine, which can cause rapid heart rate, restlessness, tremors, seizures, and even death. I once treated a cat who chewed on a used tea bag and developed severe tremors within hours. If you suspect your cat has ingested caffeine, contact your vet right away. Prevention: never leave caffeinated drinks or tea bags unattended, and keep all caffeine-containing products out of reach. Xylitol is a sugar substitute found in sugar-free gum, candy, baked goods, and some peanut butters. In cats, Xylitol can cause a rapid and dangerous drop in blood sugar, leading to weakness, seizures, and even liver failure. Symptoms may appear within 30 minutes and include vomiting, loss of coordination, and collapse. I once saw a cat who licked a sugar-free muffin and became wobbly and unresponsive. If you think your cat has eaten anything containing xylitol, seek emergency veterinary care immediately. Always check labels and never share sugar-free foods with your cat. Raw yeast dough is a hidden danger in many kitchens. If a cat eats raw dough, it can expand in the stomach, causing painful bloating. As the yeast ferments, it produces alcohol, which can lead to alcohol poisoning. Symptoms include a swollen abdomen, vomiting, disorientation, and difficulty breathing. I once treated a cat who stole a piece of rising dough and needed emergency surgery. If you suspect your cat has eaten raw dough, call your vet immediately. Always let dough rise in a covered bowl, far from curious cats. Cooked bones, such as those from chicken or fish, can splinter easily and cause choking, blockages, or even puncture the digestive tract. Raw bones may carry harmful bacteria and can break teeth. Symptoms of bone ingestion include gagging, vomiting, constipation, or abdominal pain. I once saw a cat who swallowed a chicken bone and needed surgery to remove it. Never give your cat bones from your plate. Dispose of them safely in a sealed trash can. High-fat trimmings like bacon, sausage, and fatty meats can trigger pancreatitis in cats, a painful and potentially life-threatening inflammation of the pancreas. Symptoms include vomiting, abdominal pain, lethargy, and loss of appetite. I once treated a cat who ate bacon grease and developed severe abdominal pain. To prevent this, avoid sharing fatty meats and keep leftovers out of reach. If you want to give your cat a treat, stick to small amounts of plain, lean, well-cooked meat with no seasoning or bones. Dairy products like milk, cream, and cheese are often thought of as treats for cats, but most adult cats are actually lactose intolerant. Consuming dairy can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach cramps. I once saw a cat who drank a bowl of milk and developed severe diarrhea. If your cat has digestive upset after dairy, offer fresh water and consult your vet if symptoms persist. Prevention: offer water instead of milk, and choose cat-safe treats. Tuna made for humans, especially canned tuna, lacks essential nutrients that cats need and can lead to mercury poisoning or a painful condition called steatitis if fed too often. Symptoms include loss of appetite, lethargy, and abdominal pain. I once treated a cat who ate tuna daily and developed vitamin E deficiency. Use tuna only as an occasional treat and always feed a balanced, cat-formulated diet. Dog food might seem harmless, but it's formulated for canine nutrition, not feline needs. Cats require higher levels of protein and taurine, an amino acid essential for their heart and vision. Dog food lacks these, and feeding it regularly can cause malnutrition, heart disease, and blindness in cats. If your cat accidentally eats a small amount, don't panic, but never make it a habit. Always store pet food separately and feed your cat a diet made just for felines. For example, a client once noticed her cat's coat became dull after sneaking dog food for weeks. Switching back to cat food restored her health. Liver is packed with nutrients, but too much can be dangerous. It contains high levels of vitamin A, which cats can't process in large amounts. Over time, this leads to vitamin A toxicity, causing bone deformities, joint pain, and even liver damage. Symptoms include limping, stiffness, and loss of appetite. If your cat eats a large amount of liver, call your vet. Offer liver only as a tiny occasional treat, never a main meal. I once treated a cat who developed painful joints after being fed liver daily. Fortunately, with diet changes, she recovered. Raw eggs are risky for cats. They can carry bacteria like Salmonella or E. coli, causing vomiting and diarrhea. Raw egg whites also contain avidin, which blocks biotin absorption, leading to skin and coat problems. Symptoms include upset stomach, hair loss, and lethargy. If your cat eats raw egg, monitor for illness and call your vet if symptoms appear. Always cook eggs thoroughly before sharing, or better yet, avoid them. I've seen cats develop patchy fur after eating raw eggs from the kitchen counter. Raw fish, like tuna or salmon, may seem like a treat, but frequent feeding destroys thiamine, a vital B vitamin. Thiamine deficiency can cause neurological issues, seizures, loss of balance, and even death. Symptoms include wobbliness, twitching, and loss of appetite. If your cat eats raw fish, watch for these signs and contact your vet. Only give cooked fish in moderation and never raw. One family's cat developed tremors after being fed raw salmon regularly. Cooking the fish and reducing frequency solved the problem. Salt is everywhere in our food, but large amounts are toxic to cats. Salt poisoning causes vomiting, diarrhea, tremors, and seizures. Even salty snacks or leftovers can be dangerous. If your cat eats something salty, offer fresh water and call your vet if symptoms develop. Never let your cat lick chips or salted foods. Keep them out of reach. I once saw a cat hospitalized after eating spilled salted popcorn. Avocados contain persin, a toxin found in the fruit, pit, leaves, and plant. In cats, it can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and breathing difficulties. Symptoms may appear within hours. If your cat eats avocado, call your vet. Don't let your cat nibble on avocado toast or houseplants. Dispose of scraps safely. I've treated cats with upset stomachs after eating dropped avocado slices. Macadamia nuts are highly toxic to cats. Even a small amount can cause weakness, vomiting, tremors, and overheating. Symptoms may develop within 12 hours. If your cat eats macadamia nuts, contact your vet immediately. Store nuts securely and never leave them on tables or counters. I recall a case where a cat became lethargic after eating just a few nuts from a snack bowl. Wild mushrooms are unpredictable and dangerous. Many contain toxins that cause liver damage, neurological problems, or even death in cats. Symptoms include drooling, vomiting, tremors, and seizures. If you suspect your cat ate a mushroom, seek emergency care. Remove mushrooms from your yard and don't let your cat roam unsupervised. I've seen cats recover after prompt treatment, but time is critical. Green parts of tomato plants and unripe green tomatoes contain solanine, which upsets a cat's stomach and can cause drooling, lethargy, and confusion. If your cat chews on tomato plants, watch for these symptoms and call your vet. Keep tomato plants and kitchen scraps away from your cat's reach. I once treated a kitten who became lethargic after chewing on a tomato vine. Green potato skins and sprouts also contain solanine, leading to vomiting, diarrhea, and even heart issues in cats. Never let your cat chew on raw potatoes or peels. If ingested, symptoms may include drooling, weakness, and irregular heartbeat. Seek veterinary help. Always discard green or sprouted potatoes safely. I've seen cats recover fully with prompt care. Citrus fruits, like lemons, limes, and oranges, have stems, leaves, peels, and seeds full of citric acid and essential oils. These can cause stomach upset, drooling, and even depression of the nervous system. If your cat eats citrus, monitor for vomiting or lethargy and call your vet. Don't let your cat play with citrus peels or plants. I've seen cats avoid citrus, but accidents do happen. Apple seeds contain cyanide, which is poisonous in large amounts. While a cat would need to eat many seeds to be at risk, it's safest to keep apple cores and seeds out of your cat's environment. If your cat chews on apples, remove the seeds and monitor for symptoms like difficulty breathing or weakness. I once had a client whose cat played with apple cores. Fortunately, no seeds were eaten. Cherry pits, stems, and leaves all contain cyanide, and the pits are a choking hazard. Swallowing them can block the intestines or poison your cat. If your cat eats cherries, watch for signs of choking or weakness and call your vet. Always dispose of cherry waste securely and never let your cat near cherry trees. I've seen cats need surgery after swallowing fruit pits. Peach and plum pits also contain cyanide and can cause choking or dangerous blockages in your cat's digestive tract. If your cat eats a pit, watch for vomiting, drooling, or difficulty passing stool. Seek veterinary help immediately. Keep stone fruits and their pits away from your cat and clean up any dropped fruit right away. I've seen cats recover after quick intervention. Rhubarb leaves, often found in gardens or as kitchen scraps, contain soluble oxalate crystals that are highly toxic to cats. If a cat chews on these leaves, the oxalates can cause a dangerous drop in blood calcium, leading to symptoms like drooling, muscle tremors, weakness, and even kidney failure or heart problems. If you suspect your cat has eaten rhubarb leaves, contact your veterinarian immediately. Quick action is critical. Always keep rhubarb plants and trimmings out of reach, and never compost them where your cat can access. Prevention is the best protection. Spinach is a leafy green that contains calcium oxalates. While not always acutely toxic, these compounds can worsen urinary crystals or stones in cats, especially those already prone to urinary issues. Symptoms may include straining to urinate, blood in urine, or frequent trips to the litter box. If your cat has a history of urinary problems, Avoid feeding them spinach or foods containing it and stick to their prescribed diet. If you notice any urinary symptoms, consult your vet promptly. Human medications, like ibuprofen, acetaminophen, antidepressants, and cold remedies, are extremely toxic to cats. Even a single pill can be fatal, causing vomiting, lethargy, swelling of the face or paws, and organ failure. If your cat ingests any medication, do not wait. Call your veterinarian or an emergency poison hotline immediately. Always store all medicines securely and never medicate your cat without veterinary guidance. Prevention saves lives. Many candies, especially sugar-free ones, contain xylitol, a sugar substitute that can cause a rapid, dangerous drop in blood sugar, seizures, and liver failure in cats. Hard candies are also choking hazards. Symptoms may include vomiting, loss of coordination, or collapse. If your cat eats candy or gum, seek emergency veterinary care right away. Keep all sweets and gum in sealed containers, and never let your cat lick candy wrappers or leftovers. Energy drinks are loaded with caffeine, sugar, and other stimulants. Ingesting even a small amount can cause rapid heartbeat, tremors, seizures, or collapse in cats. Symptoms may appear quickly and can be life-threatening. If your cat is exposed to energy drinks, contact your vet immediately. Never leave open cans unattended, and clean up spills right away to keep your cat safe. Moldy foods from trash, compost, or forgotten leftovers can contain mycotoxins, dangerous substances that may cause tremors, seizures, vomiting, or even death in cats. If your cat eats moldy food, seek veterinary help immediately. Always dispose of spoiled food promptly and keep garbage and compost bins tightly closed to prevent access. Cats can get food poisoning from bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli, often found in spoiled or raw foods. Signs include vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, and loss of appetite. If you notice these symptoms, contact your vet. Prevent food poisoning by keeping trash sealed, discarding expired food, and never offering your cat leftovers from your plate. Take a moment to check your kitchen and daily habits. Store dangerous foods and chemicals out of reach, secure cabinets, and educate family members about what's unsafe for cats. Prevention is the best way to protect your feline friend. Awareness and preparation can save lives. If you found this information helpful, please share it with friends and family who have cats. Spreading awareness is one of the best ways to keep all our pets safe and healthy. Together, we can prevent emergencies before they happen. If you think your cat has eaten any of these dangerous foods, call your veterinarian or a pet poison hotline immediately. Fast action can make all the difference in an emergency. Never wait for symptoms to appear. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being a caring, responsible pet parent. Your attention and love make all the difference. Give your cat a cuddle from me, and remember, your vigilance keeps them safe and healthy. For more tips and emergency resources, check the description below. Stay informed, stay prepared, and keep your cat safe.